Hey everybody, Brian here, Castle Hives, Northeast Ohio Beekeeping. We are in the apiary today. We have some very important work to do today. Hey everybody, so the plan today with the hives, okay? Yesterday when I was inspecting, so I went through all of the hives here, and the horizontal hive down that you see down there is doing great. The ones out in the back, the poly hive, found the queen, found plenty of brood, plenty of stores. The bee castle, same thing, looks great, found the queens. I looked in my mom's horizontal hive as well, found the queen. It doesn't have as much stores as what I would like, but I have frames that I've saved throughout the season so I can supplement those in. So I'm not worried about those hives. Two hives I'm worried about. Both of these hives right here, the very first one that's main castle hive, the very next one that's the Buckingham hive. I found yesterday that they are not queen right. So there is no queen inside of either of those hives. Now, my very first thought was, I gotta get queens, You know, so I was gonna call a good buddy, Greg Burns, Nature's Image Farms, and snag some queens. Greg has said, you know, you need queens, I got queens for you. So thank you for that, Greg. You know, and then throughout the day, I talked to two people, well, three. I talked to my wife too, and she's brood, queen right, you know, she don't understand all the beekeeping. She supports me, but she just doesn't understand all of the beekeeping talk. I talked to my good buddy, Rodney Middleton, and Rodney was like, you know, well, why don't you just combine over from your resource hive, you know, the Double NUC, just combine them over, you know, because I found the queens and there's brood in there. And then that was a thought. I'm like, well, I need two queens. I have two queens, and I've called that hive all year a resource hive because it's intended to provide resources for my apiary. Now, I was kind of debating that. I'm like, yeah, that's a thought, you know, well, but I have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hives here, one out at that farm property. That's 9. If I lose 2, I'm down to 7. I wanted to be close to 10, you know. But then I talked to Greg later in the evening, and, you know, throughout the day when I thought about it, it was like, who cares about numbers? Whether I have 7 hives that, you know, go into the winter, or whether I have 9. As long as I have strong colonies, and if I were to do a paper combine at this point, bring over brood frames, bring over the queens, you know, set those 2 colonies up so that they have plenty of brood, stores, everything that they need, isn't that what we look for? We look for those strong colonies, and we look for success going through the winter. So that's my plan. I wanted to sit down and just do kind of a discussion, more of my thought process yesterday. You know, it was frantic at first, and I think that's just all of us. You know, in beekeeping, we you know, beekeeping, we you know, we're always presented with challenges, and we just want the bees to live, you know. You know, and the other end of this too, by doing what I'm going to do here, my honey, fall honey production is probably not going to be that much. The flow hasn't been really that good, but I'm not really concerned about that as much right now. So I just want strong colonies. That's it. Strong colonies. So let's get in here. We got a lot of work on this front stand to do. let's do some combines. You know, it is what it is. So let's get on over to these hives and get some work started. All right, everybody. So first thing that I'm going to do in this process is, you see I have 2 supers on this hive here, this Double NUC resource hive. I'm going to move the supers over and kind of combine down the 8 best frames and put them on each of these as well. That way they have space for when I combine these bees. So let me get that going. Okay, y'all, so I've got the supers taken care of. You see this one over here, it's 8 great frames. I moved the Buckingham hive over a little bit, and what's going to happen is when I take this hive out of here, the bees are going to orient to this spot. I'm hoping they'll just drift right over to this hive. So this hive is going to get a major boost in population. So let's go through green and locate that queen, and I'm going to move those brood frames over. That way this hive here gets set up with brood, stores, everything it needs. So, and this is going to be a paper combine. So what I'm going to do is put brood with the queen in one box, put paper in between them, and the part of this colony then that does not have a queen, what they'll do is chew through the paper. And by the time they get through that paper, they're going to be like, we got to fight you, we got to fight you. By the time they get through that paper, they'll be used to everybody, and they'll be like, oh, hey, friend. And then it'll be a set-up colony. So let's get that process started. Okay, everybody, so in a sense, the frames that are here, I'm going to take those out. The 8 frames that are here in this colony, I'm just going to shift those over, put paper in between. So let me start taking these frames out and shaking them. Yeah, gosh, such a shame. Oh well. That's why we have resource hives. Let me just do this. I'm gonna go grab another hive body. I'll be right back. All right. Let's just transfer these girls. And I'm gonna get this done here real quick. Okay, I've got this super empty. I'm gonna transfer those over now just real quick. So I'm gonna, you know, in between when I shut the camera off, I'm doing all that work. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. All right, I got this hive together. Basically, I transferred the 8 frames here into this box, sheet of paper in between it. It's a paper combine. You know, I'm gonna do that to main castle now as well. So let me get that done here real quick and then we'll give an update. Hey everybody, so I got the hives combined out. You can see the number of bees here. They are a little bit worked up right now. I mean, of course, I shifted so much stuff around, but I did a paper combine. Hopefully it'll work. These two colonies will get situated, and then I'll go into winter with 7. 7! So from 0 to 7 in the winter. So, not bad. But if you all want to keep seeing more of this, look at this. You want to see more of this? Keep following along Castle Hives. Hit that like. Subscribe also. Look at this. Look at that. I love bees. So appreciate all y'all too. So you all take care until the next one.